What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Germ, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Germ and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and saved our marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of this show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows on the Review, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is Sparrows Under Review. A few years ago, I set out on a journey that I didn't take care of in life early on. I had mastered Star Wars. I had mastered Lord of the Rings. Heck, I even had Twilight under my belt before this. I finally finished the Harry Potter series.
Correct.
And in doing so, Harry Potter is the first series that I don't have a love-hate relationship with. I can say at each nook and cranny, every place underneath a bookcase, under a staircase, that's what I meant to say. Every place I went inside of this movie, I don't know why my words are getting twisted, but I was highly delighted. And it made me a fan. It made me want to go back and learn more about Quidditch. I have read 2 books.
Right.
In the series, and at my local library, I like to read them on my phone or somewhere. I mean, I could read physical ones, but I like them audio. It's been really hard to get them, so I'll get to that point.
I know, it's like months wait time.
So I became what they call a fanboy of this. And I will say this, everyone has a favorite movie or favorite movies inside the series. But one thing about this series, unlike Star Wars and these other ones, if you don't watch every movie, you don't get to experience every character, every value that the wizarding world has to offer. So, in my take, if Stacy will allow this, I'd like to go through a little bit of my take and get her take on this, because she is a Harry Potter fan. What's the best way to put it? Inside and out. She sleeps in Harry Potter socks or something. She owns a lot of Harry Potter stuff.
No, I mean, I'm not like one of those master geniuses, but I can hold a conversation.
I mean, aren't you going to Universal Studios in a few weeks to go to Harry Potter World? Okay,
but there's other stuff to it too.
I'm going just for Nintendo Land. Oh. Now, my journey started off with the very first Harry Potter movie, which I missed in life because at this time Lord of the Rings was heavy in 2001. I don't remember which movie it was. And see, that's the thing. This stuff right here, when you watch them, it's memorable. It sits in a place with you. But Lord of the Rings, for some reason, I know my Star Wars stuff, but Lord of the Rings just wasn't hype. I missed out on a great opportunity. So the first movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I've actually read that book, and I've watched the movie. And in movie adaptation or book adaptation to a movie, there were some things missing, but if you were going to film everything from Harry Potter, you'd have to make a 4-hour movie or more. You know, you'd have to make a TV series like with 5 seasons for each movie.
Right, and that's one good thing about the Harry Potter world. There are a lot of noticeable differences in the book and the movie, but also the movies in and of itself. You could become a huge Harry Potter fan and never read the books based off of the movies. And vice versa, you could read the books and never watch the movies and you're going to be a fan. But you can be a fan of both because you know well enough to tie in the pieces and what fits where. And does that make sense what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah. So on character development, this is one thing that always bothered me about this, and this is my only gripe with the movie. Harry Potter, when I say his name, you get a first and a last name. Hermione, we just know her as Hermione. Then you go to the next character, Ron Weasley. Weasley is very important. So when you say Ron, you just don't say Ron. You treat him like Harry Potter. You say Ron Weasley because of the brothers, the sister, the mother, the father. So the emphasis there always like, why don't I remember Hermione's last name?
Granger.
But do they say it much in the movie?
I don't know it well enough to tell you the answer to that.
But you always hear Ron Weasley.
Because he's always getting in trouble.
Right. And it was something I was just always like, And then I just looked at the Wikipedia thingy, that's on my Google, and I seen her last name, and I was like, how did I remember that? And there's so many different characters. You have the villain of this movie.
He must not be named.
Right. And then we learn his name. And we learn that struggle. And the greatest thing that I will say between movies 1 through 3, you get a coming-of-age story that relates to all the other great stories of the Luke Skywalkers and all these other people, and Anakin Skywalker, because I want to do the Star Wars tie-in there. You get a great story, and you get like that feeling. So if you're a Star Wars fan, 1 through 3 feels like you're in a Star Wars movie, but it's medieval with some, well, not medieval, but some wizarding stuff. So
You're going to get some hate for that comment. Just throwing that out there.
Well, and then moving on to the second movie. I'm not going to give any detail of the first one because we have another podcast episode that you can hear about that. The Chamber of Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Now, that one was heavier with more action to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm correct, if my memory serves me, the serpent?
Yeah.
The serpent, what was his name?
The basilisk?
Yeah, which I got to see him in person in real life, a live version. And I would be afraid of that thing. That thing would just take my life. The action in the second one drew me in tighter and made me more eager to go on to my favorite movie, the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry that I'm taking up all the floor, but I'm just getting my excitement out because she didn't even know that I was going to I sparked this on her like 2 seconds ago. The Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite movie because it showed the range of Harry Potter thus far. Now, I'm not saying once you go further that he didn't have range, but in that third movie, it said, JR, slapped me in the face, hit me with a stone cold stunner and said, hey, you need to like Harry Potter. And we go on to number 4, The Goblet of Fire. The fourth movie is The Goblet of Fire.
I'm not arguing with you.
The Goblet of Fire was one that had me a little conflicted. What was your take on The Goblet of Fire, Stacey?
I mean, I enjoyed The Goblet of Fire. I mean, I enjoyed them all. Like, I mean, it's really hard for me to just sit there and tell you what my favorite part is and what my favorite movie is because I've watched them from the beginning. So they're all just kind of incorporated in my brain, and it's like they all run together. I can't just pick a favorite movie, favorite part.
Okay. Now I'll go on to my least favorite. The Order of the Phoenix. To me, I understand that there's nice intervals between some of the movies. I haven't read that book, so I can't give too much knowledge on it, but I watched the movie. The Order of the Phoenix just didn't do anything. There was nothing memorable for me there.
I think that was that the first major death for you?
Yes.
Like, yeah, there was the big one for us Twilight Harry Potter fans in The Goblet of Fire, but I think the biggest one for you that was memorable happened in Order of the Phoenix.
Okay. And moving along to the sixth movie, The Half-Blood Prince. That movie struck me. That's my second favorite. And I'm telling you, like, it moved me in a way, like, when you watch through this series, you'll see what I'm saying about the rising action. It doesn't have any fallen action in it until you get to the last movie, and that's brilliance. That's genius. Now, one thing that would have hurt me in life is going through certain gaps in years, because when you go to the last two movies, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, these two fall in line as my third and fourth favorites. And the only reason that they do is because I watched them sporadically apart, too far apart.
Right.
And when I watched them again, when I was on some downtime by myself, it was good when I watched them both together.
Right.
But I would have hated to have to wait a year for that if you were a Harry Potter fan.
Right.
Because it's like you sat there and you're like, how is this supposed to end? Even though you read the books.
Right. Like, are they going to pull something slick on us?
So, I normally don't do this, but this is going to be the first time I ever do this. I'm going to suggest, just like with Twilight, this is a series, and I've only read 2 books deep. This is something that should be And I hope that I know that it's in some type of Hall of Fame somewhere here in the United States Archives. But this is an international treasure.
Right.
And I don't care about the politics. We don't do that over here.
All right.
If you want that, go to the other show.
Is it a good movie or not?
Yeah. Is it a good movie?
That's all I care about.
Is it a good book?
Yeah.
And this goes into my top 10 of series.
Okay.
And when we go to movies, Prisoner of Azkaban has moved into my top 10 of movies. It's my number 10 movie. And I'm nobody special, but I am a movie connoisseur. I watch all kinds of movies. It was actually backdated. My cousin let me know that one time in a 5-year period, I almost watched 1,000 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Which we watched quite a few. So shout out to him on that one. So, there's no rating I want to give this, but I want to give this the most prestigious award I've ever given something beyond my stuff. This is an instant classic. It is a masterpiece because it was tailored the right way. It was cinematography. It was everything that you can incorporate in movies. It has a beauty to it, almost like Stacy, almost. But the thing is that it speaks volumes. The social issues that it covers, the morality issues. This movie has everything in it. The only thing that it's missing is a cup of soda. I mean, down to you have creatures in this movie that make you. There was a troll I liked. Was he a troll?
The house elf?
Yeah, what was it?
Dobby?
Dobby. Oh, well, my voice broke on that one. But Dobby didn't stay too long.
See, that's the one thing I disliked about this movie is the smaller things in it. Like, in the books, Hermione did this whole save the house elf thing. And that there's, oh shoot. They were part of the castle. They helped take care of stuff. And they were ones that were no longer belonged to a family. They were either given an article of clothing or they weren't passed one down when somebody died or something. I wish there would have just been more involvement with those characters.
Okay.
Because it would have made more sense as to
how a castle,
Dobby's development and stuff, yeah.
And I know that I keep doing these correlations, but I want to relate Darby to Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. If you found him to be lovable...
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to sucker punch you the next time you bring up Star Wars in this interview.
Well, that's the last reference, but if you remember that character from Phantom Menace, it has that same effect on you. And it's like, I wanted a sub-series or just someone to write me a fan fiction that I could just get off the internet about him. I want him in a video game. I know that sounds crazy. I might have to call Warner Brothers and see if I got some connections because I'm getting somewhere in the world right now, and see if we can get a spin-off on a video game at least. I'd pay for it. I'd give them at least $40 for it. Maybe $60 if it was 4K HDR. Now, outside of that, I just, I wanted to make it doesn't have to be a very long episode, but I just wanted to get that out there because it was something that's been on my mind all day because I seen something. I was inside of a store that everyone knows about, which is Walmart.
Right.
And I seen this Harry Potter item that I hadn't seen before. And I was like, man, I really did finish Harry Potter. And normally I chronicleize everything I do media-wise right then and there. So I said that the next thing that I want to happen with Harry Potter, and I'm willing to put the money behind this, is I want them to release a 4K remastered UHD version of this.
I'm pretty sure they haven't because I've seen them. Like, they're really special around certain holidays and stuff.
Well, I haven't seen any. So...
I'll let you Google it later.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look that up. So, any closing remarks you want to leave about Harry Potter for the people that have not seen it? Because you can sell it better than me.
I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. I mean, it's not like your normal movie. It's very well put together. You're going to be able to follow the storyline and what the point of everything is by the movies. It's not one of those where... I have to read the books just to be able to follow through and know what's going on. And I think that's what draws a lot of people in. But it was just a very well done set of books, movies, everything. If you have time, definitely read the books. A lot easier to read them yourselves. But the guy that does the reading of the audiobooks, I love listening to him talk. So, if you don't like to read, let him read to you.
Okay, and one other thing that I do want to throw in here that was noticeably awesome, Peacock, which is something that is hated. We have hatred for Peacock. And,
Well, see, I don't have any hatred for Peacock. It's mostly free, and you have to pay for a subscription if you want certain things, which is like anything anymore. But I'm about ready to let Netflix be canceled, and Walmart Plus is going to be canceled, so we're losing Paramount Plus. But Peacock is definitely one that we're going to continue to pay for.
Right. But why would we pay for it for Harry Potter, though?
Harry Potter, Charmed.
But what did they do extra in the Harry Potter that we didn't get on Max?
You don't have to beat around the bush, just say it. They add some extra scenes in sometimes.
Yeah, and HBO Max had it forever and didn't do any of that.
Right.
So it's just one of those deals where I was just like, man, Peacock did something special. And we watched the last one on there, which you can watch in any type of vision that comes out of your TV.
Right. So I'm going to have you rewatch the movies on Peacock, because you'll be able to catch on, because you have a pretty good memory.
Yes, I do. So on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
And we're signing off.
It can be hard to teach your kids about how their emotions can affect their actions and attitudes. Sometimes it is the smallest thing that can make us angry and react in unkind ways. What Should Dragon Do follows Dragon and her 2 roommates as they navigate the everyday irritations of living together. Dragon responds in anger when things don't always go her way. Through question and answer, kids learn how to choose patience and kindness and how to make better choices. Written by Stephanie Webb with beautiful and colorful illustrations by Kids Art, What Should Dragon Do will make you laugh as you read about Dragon and her adventures with her friends. What Should Dragon Do can be ordered online through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Chapters Indigo, or directly from the publisher at friesenpress.com. It is also available as an audiobook on Audible.